right, yo. So we got the whole gang, like, you know, my girl now with the Switch gang, you know what I'm saying? We in here for the first time in a long time, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to be back on the mic, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody tapping in. We're going to start it off with the top 5 albums of 2025. And then I'm going to name the notable mentions first, which is 5, 4, and 3. And then we all agreed on the first two. So number 5, I got to show the females some love. You know what I mean? I know that 9 is not a big fan of the project. But number 5 is Cardi B. You know what I mean? I am the drama. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cardi B.
I am a fan. I told you. I gave her a 7.3.
Yeah, she did give us some love on the podcast. I was shocked too, but she gave us some love on that album.
Okay.
I was the one that didn't really give a love on the album, but she did.
Yes.
Shout out to Nine for that one.
Shout out to Nine for that one. Number 4 is Chance the Rapper. You know what I'm saying? Starline. If you didn't get a chance to tap into that project, he did a dope song with Philly's own Jasmine Sullivan. That's one of the standout songs for me. Super dope. Number 3 is one of my favorite artists, underrated, one of the most underrated artists in the last 15 years is Wale. Everything is a lot.
Yes.
Because everything is a lot. You know what I mean? You know, you got pressures in life, you got stress, you got your kids, you got bills. You know what I mean? You got girls coming at you, you got niggas coming at you. It's a lot. Everything is a lot, though. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it tough. You know what I mean? And number 2 is Nas and Primo. You know what I mean? Light years. We all 3 agreed on that. So shout out to Nas, Primo. That was like 20 plus years in the upcoming. I hope they do another project. I heard they're going on tour. And if they go on tour, we in the building.
Yeah, we got to pop out for that. We got to pop out for that. Definitely. That MG and Nas track, fire.
Yeah.
Fire. I see somebody say, "Oh, the beat was too slow." I said, "What?
No,
I don't give a fuck if the beat was fucking 1 p.m. Nigga, it's AZ and fucking 9. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Like, yo. But anyway, my bad.
And number 1 is Rock Nation own VA Brothers, the Clips. Yeah. Let God sort them out, baby. And let God sort them out. Let God sort them out because it's times where you gotta let God handle these niggas because you can't handle these niggas. Even if you got 9 with the switch. Sometimes the switch might not work. You know what I mean? So let God the switch always gonna work. All right, my bad. Let God sort them out, baby. Let God sort them out. But yeah, man.
9 don't miss. Sure. But yeah.
Yeah, 9 definitely don't miss for sure. All right, so we're gonna talk about the top 5 people, whether it's music, sports, entertainment. And I think we all agreed that Terrence Crawford had one of the biggest years of his career because not only did he beat Canelo, but he retired on top. And that's rare for someone to knock a nigga out like Canelo and then say, you know what, peace, I did what I had to do and I'm out. You know, once Mayweather beat Pacquiao, he didn't retire. He kept going. So I got to give my hat off to Crawford in the way he did it. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Crawford.
What's y'all thought though? Matter of fact, because I know you said yours was Mona, right?
Definitely.
Oh, talk about that. Nah, now you get the mic. Talk about that.
Mona was absolutely one of the breakout stars. Even though Mona has been around, we're familiarized with her, of course. But for me, Mona has now been put on a national platform on the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
She has been a breakout star on that show. I always loved it. I always felt like I was a part of the team, but now I feel even more so because I got a girl on there who's real as fuck.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, seriously.
And I love Mona.
Real as fuck.
Hats off to Mona. Real shit. Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Mona, man. You can tell Mona got a lot of she got charisma, man. It's like you know, seeing her with, you know, Wallow and Gilly and then her own thing and then still being able to maintain. And that's hard to do, bro. That's hard to do.
Especially on that type of podcast. But she meshed in real well. She really did.
Yeah. Now we got to give a shout out to 50 Cent. He definitely was a guy that had a crazy year, dropped the Netflix doc, and then the world just stopped. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's talk about 50 Cent a little bit here because it's like 50 Cent is the king of trolling, obviously. But he does it very well. He has good intentions, but he also has bad intentions. And we all know that he's been beefing with Diddy for the longest time. What was your thoughts on the doc overall?
Go ahead, bro.
So my thoughts overall, I just didn't like it because of the person that is drawing it. Yeah, it had some parts where it was on Diddy's side, but I felt a lot of it was just very biased and they didn't like being that he didn't
Yeah,
like him, he's going to find all the fucked up parts about Diddy and all that.
yeah,
We know
right,
Diddy ain't no saint, right? But tying them into the Pac shit and the
yeah,
big shit
yeah,
and everything else. Yeah, I didn't like that part. Yeah, he when we talk
right,
about the business side of him, what he do to artists, we've been through that for like 20 goddamn years. The Locks done
yes,
left him, Shine done
right,
left him. I just watched Craig Mack White talk about, they Dylans and all that, but
yeah,
I
right.
didn't feel like it was very fair in my opinion. But yeah.
What about you, nah? Nah, yeah, nah,
I just feel
yo,
as
nah, it's
though
so funny, yo. I can't,
what
bro.
I think that it was a great comparable work
Right.
put together. Like if you're not really familiarized with the
Mm-hmm.
situation, which
Right.
many people weren't privy to, for real, it was just the black community who knew about the dealings and underworld things that Diddy had going on. But that was
Right.
in-house black. We don't talk about what's going on in the house. That's not for everybody to see. Now
Yeah.
50 Cent has now put it to the forefront. Everybody knows, everybody is seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where you're coming from, JK, from the point of view of it feeling a slightly biased, but it
Mm-hmm.
can't be biased when the same collective group of people are coming together and sharing similar stories. Everybody's not getting together in a room and saying, we about to lie on this nigga. No, that's not how this works. And it's been years and years and years of documented misbehavior on Diddy's behalf. So all 50 Cent did was really put it to the forefront. It wasn't just 50 Cent. Netflix, which is a major Fortune company, has also had a hand in dealings with this as well. They would have never took on this project if they didn't feel that they could put it out legitimately without having to face a major lawsuit. So yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that was that. But now it's a personal, I am so sad. I am so sad, okay? Because like I'm so mad that I've grown up always feeling like Diddy was a very important person in hip
Yeah.
hop.
Yeah.
He's
I
always
agree.
been
I agree
pivotal.
that.
It did not matter that you weren't the top rapper, the best rapper, or the artist. I
Right.
loved you for who you were in
Why?
facilitating these things. You
Right.
made these things happen. Why did you not see the godlike power in that? Not many
Mm-hmm.
people can hear talent. Not many people can recognize talent. You
Mm-hmm. That's
were.
fact.
And you
Right.
let that slip away because you are a nefarious, freaky ass nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He definitely pulled away for that. Yeah.
that
And
He
the
ain't
freaking
had,
ass.
he ain't
And
had no
cornball.
big
all the
he ain't had
baby
no big
oil is
discipline.
all and look and all the baby oil, just a lot of baby
Oh,
oil, just just
I ain't looked
just
at
pour
the
it
baby
on.
since.
Just pour it on and pour it on. Now the part that blew my mind, let me tell you the part that blew my mind out of it. Well, not so much the doc, but the other stories that came out because of the doc. So then
Uh-huh.
the Ja Rule and Diddy story came out that they was in a room together getting a ones and twos on. That fucked me up. Cause I never
I
looked at
heard
Ja
that.
Rule as a weirdo. I never looked at him as a weirdo. Never did. But that
I
fucked
heard
me
that.
up.
I
No, I
heard
can
that.
tell as a woman, I can tell Ja Rule has a little bit of a weirdo in him, just like I can tell Diddy has a weirdo in him too. But now it's been magnetized. I didn't know full blown that Diddy was one of the weirdos that like he was such a weirdo that once he got into power, he abused his power. That's the worst kind of weirdo.
Yeah, yeah,
Unsigned.
yeah. That's the worst
Yeah,
type. Yeah,
And I don't like I to this day, and I was a big Diddy fan growing up. To
me
this
too.
day, I don't like how he did Shine. When they shined the light on how Shine had different lawyers and you had Johnny fucking Cochran, I'm like, bro, you know you pulled the trigger. Let's keep it real. We know there was Diddy Bop. But they
Yeah,
wanted, he wanted to take the fall for the man. But in hindsight, he regret that shit, bro. He regret it.
he
absolutely.
did. Yeah, he
For
did.
There's so
real.
many victims of Diddy,
Yeah,
even ones who aren't victims of the sexual deviancy. There are victims through loyalty, through all
Right.
different types. Like it's
It's
heartbreaking. Again, as a true hip hop lover,
purists. Lover, purists.
lover. I'm
yeah,
not a
Yes.
historian yet. I ain't up to y'all level. But as a lover of it, as an
Right.
appreciator of it, this
Hmm.
was heartbreaking for me. I thought
It
there was some
was.
type
It
of
was heartbreaking for
real
me too.
camaraderie. I wanted it to be a real camaraderie. Like that's what I thought. Like seeing them all going tours and all this stuff. I'm like, they had to all be tight, and they weren't. They weren't.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
But
sad.
what's crazy? And when I sit back as we talk, it made me think about Mace. It made me think about why Mace chose to be in religion, why Mace left, and why he got back with Cameron, and now they
Mm-hmm.
bubbling, and how
yeah,
he said he told y'all. how he said your mom got all the papers. Your mom owned Bad Boy, you don't, and it's
Yeah.
true. She owns Bad Boy. So
Yeah.
I was like, Mace was kicking truth so long, and we just wasn't trying to hear what Mace was saying. And finally, it all came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was a smear campaign placed on anybody who spoke out against him that was close to him. So there
Yeah,
wasn't. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, I got to give a shout out to Michael B. Jordan. He had a crazy year as well. Got a lot of nominations, Golden Globe, Oscar. They did their thing with that movie. Shout out to Ryan
Sinners.
Coogler.
Centers was
Like
fire.
he had a crazy year. So I want to salute Michael B. Jordan representing Newark, New Jersey. A lot of people don't know that he's from Brick City. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Michael B. Jordan had a crazy year, yo.
Tri-State.
Fire, man.
Yeah.
Centers. I just peeped like Centers was the only movie I went to actually go out and go watch. That was
In
like
the
the top
movies.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah, for real. Also, Asia Wilson is another one for the women who had a phenomenal year.
Yes.
She had won a
Right.
championship, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. So shout out to Asia Wilson. She also made the front of Time Magazine. So yeah, man, I got to give a shout out to her. Moving on to the top 5 media moments. Now,
Yes.
when we talk behind the scenes, we agree. Listen, we agreed that it was Young Thug, but as we hung up and I started to really think about it, no, Diddy's trial is number one.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah.
topping that media moment. You
Yeah.
know, from Kid Cudi
Everybody
walking
was
in the
covering
court,
it.
smoking on the Newport, all nervous. I'm like, like
That
Kid
nigga was
Cudi,
stressed.
Kid Cudi, and you had fucking Yeezy walking in all black like the Omi. Like, yo,
Yeah.
that trial was crazy, bro.
That
Yes.
had the world watching, especially the
Yeah,
celebrities, because they knew whatever that outcome was going to be, it may be the outcome for them. So it was like
right.
they had to
Yeah.
have the whole world watching on that shit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Thug is number 2 though, because when Young Thug did his first interview out of prison with Big Bank Perspectives, it
Yeah.
was a wrap. Because once he said, "You want to go to jail?"
That was
Whoop-de
an
do.
instant
You
meme.
want to don't tell? You want to do 15 to 20? Whoop-de do. We can all do the time. I was like, "Yo,
Instant
this
meme.
nigga
Nigga's
crazy."
crazy.
Yeah.
This
I'm
nigga
All
is
on
like,
the top
Thug
of the
don't
crazy.
give
views,
a
man.
fuck. That nigga don't give a fuck. But
You
shout out to
don't.
Young Thug. I do want to salute to him and his fiance, sciences that on stage, that was beautiful, man. I love Black Love.
Yeah.
I think that Thug has changed. I think that when him going to prison really changed him. I really feel like he's matured, even though he did a lot of sucker shit on the phone. But as he come out, a lot of things he's gotten better in life. I will give him his props for that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Mariah, run.
Damn.
Damn, did that slip out?
Yo, she crazy.
Mariah, run, girl. Run.
Yo.
Run. Do you hear me? Run. Okay? I know he
Yeah.
probably gonna put a little voodoo on you, but girl, break free because this man is
She's
about
not
to.
the voodoo
I'm
though.
so sad.
Not the voodoo.
They even mentioned it in his court case that they be sacrificing goats. They got it on camera.
Right.
Okay,
That's crazy.
so I know what that man did, and I know, because that girl was about to leave. I can see it in her eyes. I know when a woman is about to leave a man, I can see it in their face. Okay, and then that proposal was shitty as hell. Did you not know that everybody in the audience was screaming no?
For real?
Really?
Everybody in the
Damn.
audience was saying no, let go of her, get off of her, and then she didn't
Oh
even
shit.
She looked down, and for me as a woman, when you're getting proposed to by the man that you love, it's like yes. She was looking down like, nigga, what are you doing? I'm at work.
So you feel like she was just pressured to say yes, so she wanted
Yeah.
to.
Because he even pulled her and grabbed her arm, like, girl, don't embarrass me in front of all these people. I'm gonna get your ass when we get off the stage, type shit.
Wow.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That was recorded.
That's crazy.
Yo, that shit wild as hell, bruh.
And I'm
But
tired
also,
of it.
we gotta give a shout out to Max B. He had a crazy moment coming home after doing
The
17.
wave
The
is home.
wave.
The wave.
Wave
But
is
the
home.
crazy part about the wave, I've noticed in some of his shows, people don't know his songs though, and I'm like, I don't know if they just popping out because they want to pop out or they don't know. Like some of the people wasn't knowing their songs though.
A lot of his songs ain't mainstream unless the Jones with Jim Jones for real. A lot of his
Right.
shit is like New York underground
Yeah.
freestyles, them type of stuff. Like he had the underground locked. 05, 06, 07,
6, 7.
he got locked up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all like that's like I can't really compare him. like early Meek. If Meek
Early
didn't
me.
go mainstream, early
Hmm.
Meek, we would know that
Right.
because we from Philly. But
Right.
outside of New York, they really not going to know those underground Johns unless
Song.
you know
And
the
those
Jim
are his
Jones shit.
classics for real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That's true. But shout out to Max B, man. I'm hoping him the
Mhm.
best, man. He been getting at a bag since he been home.
yeah,
Absolutely.
He's engaged to get married.
yeah.
I like to see people starting to get engaged and get married. That's been a thing too. But it also been a lot of divorces. Tiana Tell and Amon Shepard, she left that nigga with a sink. You know what I mean? Like that nigga literally just got a sink left after all that. So I'm like, damn, she fucked that man
So he
life up.
can wash his filthy paws. Did I say that out loud?
Yo, nah.
The switch has been locked and loaded before she even hit the join button. That shit been gone. Man, I can't wait till January, man. We back in the
Me, yeah, I can't wait till January 6th for real, for real.
world.
But let's talk about the top five tragedies. So I think Diddy's doc and trial need to be in there,
Yeah,
just simply because of who he was and what we know him to be, just like Nas
yeah,
said earlier, and what he is now. And I don't know how you can recover from it, even when he gets out. I think Diddy should just go away. I think Diddy should do what Russell did. He
What
should just
about
go
man.
live. He should just go live in India, go live in Bali somewhere, and just put his feet up
Yeah.
and fall
He
back.
can
You know
do
what I'm
all that
saying?
freaky shit over there and they ain't gonna snitch on him. You know what I'm saying? He can do the
Yep.
see all that shit that he
Make
wanna
sure
go
you go
do.
to your closest CVS, grab all your baby oil,
Yep.
put it, you know what I mean, and be out. You know what I'm
oh
saying? For
god.
Get out of here.
real. Yo.
No extra. He gotta go somewhere with no extradition law because you know what I'm saying
Yeah,
they ain't trying to bring
right.
him
Yeah.
back for another
Right.
Cause they
trial
will
because then
send
they
his
gonna
Yep.
bury
filthy
him.
ass right back.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. And then we had the Neo Soul King himself, D'Angelo, passed away from cancer, and
See.
and Angie Stone died in a car. So it was
Yeah.
a crazy year, and Theo as well. I think Theo hit me the hardest though. Theo
Yeah.
hit me the
Oh,
hardest.
Especially
Warner.
for our childhood, man. He meant a lot,
Yeah,
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah, for real. Now
Rapper.
let's talk about the top five, kind of like underground, Philly, Jersey, tri-state. Let's get into that. I'm gonna let my man JK go first though.
All
Okay.
right. So for me, number one has to be Amir Ali, man. That dude is special. Straight up, shout out to the west side of Philly, man. His
Yeah,
album High Street, yo, I was listening to that album. I said, bro, this dude is special, man. I
yeah.
wish that, he was kind of more mainstream to really
Hmm.
hear it. He's really
Right,
bringing that hip hop feel.
right,
Um,
right.
plus he always still
Definitely.
with the bars. My next guy would be Lights,
Hmm.
even though I know
Okay.
somebody tired of their song on this song. But to me, he had the the top song of the year,
Okay.
multiple remixes with
Right.
known guys in the industry, K Camp, Meek Mills,
Yo.
Friday. He had one of the top songs like
Yeah. Shout out the
of the year.
lights. Shout out the lights, man. For real.
So did you have another person from Philly? I had a couple, but I ain't want us to step on the same toes.
Now,
But
no, nobody from Philly, but I did have my man Al from Jersey. You know what I'm
shout out to
saying?
Albion.
Al from Jersey, that boy, man. I mean, if you look at his story of how he beat two murders and then his brother being killed to where he's at now in life, it's unbelievable. So shout out to Al representing Jersey City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My other guy, I had two other
Mhm.
people. Another person from Philly. I don't know if you heard of him. His name is D West. Another
Oh
West Philly
yeah, oh
guy.
yeah, oh yeah. I know about
Fire.
D West.
Okay.
He
I
had
know
a
about D
song.
West. Yeah,
He got a
I know
song
about
called
him.
"Sexy Red." It's like a
Oh,
good
I'm gonna
club
listen
banger.
now.
That's
Sexy
on
Red.
fire.
What
Yeah,
is?
that's on fire. He could
But
do
what he
songs
talking
too.
about though? What is like? What he
It's
trying
like
to
a
do?
club type
Oh.
record. It's like a chill club type record. You
Okay.
gotta hear it. I can't really explain it, but he can rap and he got songs. That's what I like about him. D West is another good guy. Another person,
Hmm.
Stove God Cooks, my guy from Rochester, New York,
Oh
upstate New
yeah,
York.
you was
Shout out
telling
to
me
him.
about Soul God Cooks. You
He
was
was on
telling
the
me about
Clips album. He
him.
just did the hook, but that hook was fire. But he been bubbling for a while. That's another top dude for me. But yeah,
What about
so
you, Nine?
definitely
Did you have someone that kind of like that's in the tri-state underground that kind of like stood out for you in 2025?
Okay, so for me, I want to say two people stood out to me that are definitely underground. One is an artist named Giuliano.
Okay.
He
Okay.
specializes in freestyling. He can rap
Mm-hmm.
battle. He can do all the underground mainstream stuff that I like to see in a
So,
Philadelphia artist. I want to know that I can put you in a room, get
Mm-hmm.
him, get
Right.
him. Like
mm,
I want unleash that shit. Okay, like that's
mm,
what I like. So he's definitely someone
She
that
said
everyone
unleash
should
that
be
shit.
looking out for.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Another
Right.
one that I would absolutely have to say is on my top list, especially on my working out list, is the real Zai. That's his name
Okay.
on
okay.
Instagram. He's definitely a new up and coming
An
young
artist.
boy, if you will. Yes, he's an up and coming artist, and he's doing his thing right now. He just released a new mixtape, and honestly, I've been listening to it from beginning to end. So
Really?
for me to be able to listen to a project from beginning to end,
Yeah. Well,
I
you
can
guys send it
feel
to
it.
me now. I want to
I'm
check
gonna
it
send
out.
it
You
to
got.
Yeah,
you,
definitely. We
definitely.
Yeah. Send
definitely
me
Yes,
want
to
to
that
hear him.
yes,
joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
Send me
sure. So
that
those are
joint.
my two top artists
Mm-hmm.
right now. Yeah. Hmm.
Now, for me, outside of IBL, and this is out of the tri-state, I want to give a shout out to 3D9T from New Orleans. She
Mm,
dropped a freestyle because Nas shouted out on the project, the song dedicated to the female OC. He named everybody from Queen Latifah to MC Light, the Lil Kim,
yeah.
Clean.
even said something to me. He even said "Sexy Red." I was actually surprised he
You
shouted her
said
out,
Gorilla,
but he,
all of
He's
them. I
got
was
to
like,
shout
I
out
was
our
shocked.
cousin.
But yeah.
Okay, we all not gonna act like in the black community that we don't have that rap.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's true.
This is true. This is true. So I got to give her. Oh, your joint went out. But I gotta give her a shout out because I've been a fan of hers for the longest time. And the freestyle she dropped, she talked about how she don't sleep with people to get to the top. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
sexual advances to do this and do that. So I love how she put that to the forefront because I do believe that that's still going in the industry. I remember
Absolutely.
Lotto talking about it in an interview not too
Hmm.
long ago and how she turned down a lot of sexual advances. So
Mm,
salute the 3D to sticking to her guns. Like I don't want your dick, nigga. I just want to blow. That's it, nigga.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And
So
she
yeah,
been doing it for a while too, so
yeah,
it
she,
shows. It shows. She been doing it on her own. Got her own
yeah,
studio. Got her own place
independent,
going. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
for real.
Yeah.
Now, what are we? So before we go, I do want to talk about what we felt was our light in 2025. I'm gonna let JK go, and then I'm gonna go last. Like what you, well, all the things that might have happened in your life in 2025 was that one thing that kind of like made you be like, all right, that's a fresher breath of air.
The podcast definitely. Us
Yeah,
all bringing Nine onto the team and us just
yeah, for
having
sure.
because me and you we can go back and forth about rap till the
Yeah.
fucking the sun come up. But with Nine,
Nine
he
came
just
on.
brings that flavor where it's just like
Yeah, yeah,
that one
yeah.
episode where we had to talk about Nikki.
I think, yo,
Yo,
and
I
speaking
love
of
that.
episodes, I think that was the best episode of 2025 for Do for Hip Hop Podcast. And I
yeah,
do want to shout out Nine and you, man, because like I told y'all, my mom is sick, and
yeah,
prayers to my mom. Keep her in prayer, y'all.
yeah,
But
definitely.
most
Yeah,
definitely Nine and JK have been a light for me, and I can't say it enough. I can't even put it in words.
yeah,
Nine brings a different flavor to the podcast, and even Steve said she brings a different element to the
yeah.
podcast that y'all two can't bring. We can't bring what Nine can bring.
Ah,
We can
shit.
only bring what we can bring. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yo.
Nine, and shout out to the Hip Hop Museum in DC. Nine really put it down
Definitely,
for
yeah.
that as well. That was a good
Still her
time in
thing. Yeah, you got
2025. So
that.
I want to
You,
highlight
Definitely.
that
That
as
was my
you
well.
get your
highlight.
flowers on that one because I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
I want to give my flowers to
the
Nine on
interviews,
that. She
everything
did the
else
damn
fire.
thing. Everybody loved her. She interviewed some legends. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dana Dane. But
Yeah,
it was this 2025 was like I felt like we were born, and I feel like in 2026 we gonna crawl. So there
facts,
you go.
facts, man.
Well, go ahead, Nine. Your turn.
Yeah,
Okay, so my highlight definitely was the podcast. Like you guys already know, like I was dealing with things. Mental health is
Yeah.
so important in this world, especially in today. And it's
Yes.
important for you to have people in your life who not only relate to you and where you're trying to go in life, but already have the knowledge and are willing to pour it into you as well. So I'm
Mhm.
so appreciative to the podcast and the opportunities that I've had. Like I could cry thinking about it, honestly. Like this has been a whirlwind year,
Yeah.
and I'm definitely most thankful for that right now. That and
Yeah.
like just achieving my goals and behind
Goals.
the
yeah,
scenes,
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
stuff for me behind the goals that it's like Go girl.
Good.
I love that little tap. That little tap. Oh, that's more. Hey, nah. If the next podcast in January, if I go like that, that's you. That was you. You influenced that. I'm gonna be. Yeah, look, yeah, Bugsy. Yeah, Bugsy. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so those were the highlights, and I feel like this year, like you said, we were born. Next year, we gonna conquer. Fuck fraud. It's
Yeah,
over.
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
So
love
watch
one thing I
out.
can say about Nine. Whenever I say something, she takes it to the next level. You notice that in every podcast, I'll say like, "No, Bugsy, we going up to that. We ain't." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I love her confidence. That's another thing a lot of people lack in this business. And I've seen it, before y'all even met me. I've been around for a long time. A lot of people that are in this business like a lot of confidence, and they don't have the self-esteem, and they don't have the skin to make it in this business. But Nine, she just comes off like is up. What we doing? Like
Right.
what's really good. So I really appreciate that because that's rare. That's a rare breed. That's rare. It's
It
very
is.
rare.
Thank you
It's
guys.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, cause y'all they was gonna kick me off the pod.
Huh?
What?
Remember when y'all was gonna kick me off?
No.
What? No. What you talking
Yes,
Fuck
about?
you
see, that's
all.
they try to act funny, y'all. All right, no, but it was my fault though, cause remember I didn't respond to something.
No,
Remember?
She talking about the meeting?
the meeting.
Yes, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah,
Not
that
kick
was
you off, but you was
that was early in the
unresponsive.
game. That
It was
wasn't.
like when somebody dying, you lay their arm and it just drop down. I'm like, yo, what's up with Nine? But you had personal shit going on.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah, now not. I was going to, I guess, what was the word? Not kick you off, but put you on timeout. I was going,
Shit, I would
but
kick
when
me
you.
off. It's fine. Like, girl, go ahead, figure it out. We'll holler. Let me stop.
Yo, not crazy.
Oh, but I'm so thankful that I'm still here with y'all
No, but
guys.
Nine. This way. Now, all right. So let's go back a little. Just go back. So
yeah,
Nine, we had a meeting and Nine was unresponsive. She wasn't responding, and then we got into a little spat because she was like, "Bugsy, you ain't say that. You changed that. That. Then we finally then we finally talked as a man and woman like a real conversation, and she apologized. She like, "Yo, Bugsy, it's my fault. Like, it's unprofessional of me to do that." So she came clean. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
then I was like, all right, well, she came clean. Why not give her another chance? You know what I'm saying? I don't mind.
yeah,
But I did tell her, like, that's something you can't do moving forward because
Yeah.
we can't, what we going to be stagnant? We can't, we're trying to get to certain places. So she understood and, here we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
First lady.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yo, nah,
Yes,
yo,
sir.
you know what? Nah, it's so crazy. I know that happened, but it's like so old. It's like
Yeah, that's why I
it's
was
so
like,
far
I was
removed
like,
to where we're at today. It's
yeah,
like, yeah,
I was like, that shit
that's
fucking me
why
up.
you brought
Like,
JK off. He's like, huh?
oh,
No,
none
because
of
it's
that.
still a highlight for me. Because that could have changed the trajectory. You feel me?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
yeah.
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 So
That's
you've been
true. It
running
could have
ever
been.
since,
It could have
man.
been somebody else. It
You've been
might not
running
have
like
been
the
Nine,
marathon,
but it'd
man.
have been another female. This wouldn't have been Nine. That's all.
Right. And no.
Oh, there you go. There
Now
you
with the
go.
switch, man. That's why I
Yeah,
call it. Now with the switch, man.
Me and you.
And man, once the bullets come out there, John, I can't do nothing else, man.
yeah,
But
man.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
It's been love.
did we all do ours? Did you do yours, Betsy?
Oh yeah, I did mine about what I felt. Yeah, about my
Yeah.
Yeah,
mom and y'all. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
us.
said
yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I went first, then he went, then you went.
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But before we go, what do y'all see hip hop being, or just entertainment being? I don't want to say hip hop. I want us to just kind of like broaden it out a little bit more, put it out on the canvas. What do y'all see 2026 looking like? What do you think is going to be like for entertainment in 2026? Before we go.
So, in my opinion, I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these labels, they're gonna get more into the tech field. I just found out. I meant to send this to y'all in the group, but
Mm-hmm.
Sony just bought Suno. Suno is from what I know, I don't know too much about it, but it's an app where you can create AI music. I think they either just acquired them or
Mm-hmm.
so they're trying to get ahead of this AI shit before,
Hmm.
people just start making money off of it and, getting people images and likeness and stuff like that. So I feel
Okay.
like with music, they're trying to get into the tech field. They already did with Spotify, Apple, all of that. But this AI
Right.
stuff is a brand new field that they don't know about, and they're trying to get ahead of it to get, you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
feel like in that aspect with music and being that a lot of these labels, they're not putting in the artists no more. Hip hop this year was the only time we wasn't in the top 40, I think. So it's going to be a rebrand where I think it's going to go into artists trying to get independent to own their image, own their likeness,
Hmm.
to get above this AI stuff. So that's why I think it's headed towards. You
Hmm.
had said it earlier. This year was the year of the OGs because the Atlanta
Definitely.
stuff.
Right.
Everybody else, a lot of these young artists ain't bubbling. And on top of that, in 2024, we're still reeling from this Drake and Kendrick stuff. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
a lot of people, it's either you team Kendrick or you team Drake. And, if you're not falling in between that,
Right.
they do not want to hear your music. So I think for 2026, it's getting back to the independent artists.
Hmm.
We getting out of the Drake and the Kendrick shit,
Big shit.
hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drake's supposed to drop next year. Hopefully that can start getting things in an upward manner. We get in the top 40, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
look out for AI 2026. That's one word.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What you think, Nah? What you think 2026 going?
I agree with JK. Unfortunately, I feel AI is necessary in some fields like medical, education, stuff like that, but I don't feel like AI is necessary in music.
I
Humans
don't
and
either.
our creativity is what makes us us.
Right.
No one is
Totally
alike when it
agree.
comes to music. So it's like
Hmm.
now I'm just getting it generated from our algorithm. Where's the
Hmm.
heart? Where's the feel? Where's the soul? You're not gonna
Right.
feel it no more. It's not. It's literally gonna be empty music, and that's not what music is for. So I'm not really happy about it, but I agree with what he has to say about the future of music. But everyone can fight back. Everybody doesn't have to give into it. Stop
Right.
using the shit. Stop
Right.
talking to the stuff. Go outside and touch grass and remember that you're a human being that can connect with other people. See, the
Mm,
problem is the pandemic made everybody be separated with that whole situation. It did something to people's minds. So
yeah.
now people
Mm.
don't know how to interact with other people without
People.
hostility and all this other stuff. So it's too much. But I'm not
Look.
happy about it.
I do believe now, I do want to piggyback off of what you just said about people don't know how to interact with people. Now, I find that to be not just in the media or music space, but I find that to be on the dating scene. I
Mm-hmm.
find that to be in business relationships because everything is a text, everything is a voice memo. It's no, let me go find this, let me search this. Like, it's just no. I like to sit and talk to you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad
Yeah,
they got FaceTime, but I like to talk to you. When I get my information crossed to you, it's face to face because I'm going to give it to you raw face to face versus being on the phone and being Twitter fingers. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit. I don't like the
yeah,
Twitter finger shit, bro. I don't. I don't. I like the straight face to face shit. That's to me still, in my opinion, the number one form of communication. But
Absolutely.
yet they try to dumb it down and make it be about typing and all this whole other crazy shit that's going on. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Social interaction need to change in 2026.
yeah, yeah.
But for me, 2026, I think that it's going to be an interesting year. I do think that now that Kendrick and Drake shit is kind of like bubbling out, I think that hip hop is going, a new era is going to hit. It already started. It started in
Mm-hmm.
2025, but with the clips and all these projects from these OGs that drop, I think we're going to get back to the essence of what hip hop really is. All that mumble jumble and blah, 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 all that ain't going to fly. So I think Atlanta is going to take a serious decline because there are the spearhead of that kind of rap. So if you think Future about to come out here and be crazy, I don't think so. I don't think that kind of rap is going to fit moving forward for 2026 in a new era of hip hop. I don't.
I agree.
So yeah.
Atlanta shot itself in the foot.
Yeah, Fab. Shout out to Fab. And that's another nigga that made it go back. Like I feel like when it seemed like when it goes back to the rap of what we don't want to hear, somebody else come back out like Fat, like, no, this is what we need to hear. And this is
Yeah.
what we going to continue. So I'm glad. Shout out to Jim Jones and Let's Wrap It Up podcast, because that's the essence of what hip hop is about. Shout out to Mano.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave East.
Yeah.
That's hip hop. You feel me? That's what it's
Yeah.
about. What we do, that's hip hop. Not knocking Atlanta, not knocking 21 Savage with the, the melodies and all that, but nah, nigga. Nah, nigga, nah. You feel
Would
me?
you like
So
a
yeah.
cricket in a spot of tea?
Yeah, he's nervous, fuck, yeah. For sure. This has been great, man. This has been great. And make sure you tap in. Shout out to Nine. Yo, go ahead, do y'all shout outs, y'all. Do what y'all do, and then I'm gonna, let everybody know what we got coming up in 2026.
So, man, JK Playwave on all platforms. Check out my website, www.playwave.com. And
Put them
next
in,
year,
bro. Plug them in, bro. Plug them in. Yeah.
definitely, next year, it's going to be crazy. And it's crazy that I was talking about this stuff for
Mhm.
2026. Because I want us to, when we start doing our episodes, I really want us to talk about the business of rap too, because
Yeah.
it plays a big part, and it's going to play a big part going
Hmm.
on these next couple of years, and why
Yeah.
people making the moves that they was
That they
making,
make.
and some
Right.
type of political moves that we're going to talk about probably the next podcast. But it plays a big part in to understand, as the
Hmm.
common listener, to understand why these people doing what they doing, because it's not chess, they
Right.
playing checkers. No,
Checkers.
my bad, they playing
But
chess, not checkers.
checkers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's all
Go
I say.
ahead, Nah.
Oh, this is Summertime Fine Nine checking in with
Yes.
you from
Yes.
Nine
Yes.
BBS on Instagram and Trap A9 on all other platforms.
You already know.
Now with the switch.
Which
Yeah.
so we got episode 126 coming up live January 6th. Make
Yes.
sure you tap in, follow Duel for Hip Hop Pod, follow DJ Bugsy 215. This live is going to be on the YouTube channel in about 24 hours. My man JK gonna edit it up, and we're gonna be throwing the clips out to y'all. So make sure y'all tap in. And I ain't making no big announcements. Just tune in on January 6th and watch what episode 126 come out. And we'll let y'all motherfuckers know what we got going on in 2026.
Period.
We out.
Know
All
that.
right. All right, man. Peace, y'all.
See,
Peace.
Peace.
peace out.